We got Pannie Kianzad back here on the program, but this time we're talking about a huge fight here in the finals of season 28 of The Ultimate Fighter. She's going to be taking on Macy Chiasson. Pannie, what's going on? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for calling.
No, it's great to catch up with you again, and of course, right off the bat, congratulations on making it to the finals. First off, just how tough has this been? You know, having this big secret of you making it to the finals, and you can't tell anyone.
It's been weird because people are like, okay, what are you training for? I'm like, nothing. Staying in shape. It's been. I mean, haven't been that hard, but I'm just surprised of people that know the show and follow it. How many questions they ask because they know we can't say anything. So it's been fun.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Do you feel vindicated in a way? You know, we talked about this heading into the house. You know, you've had some really tough opponents in your career. I think people don't really take that into consideration when they look at your record. And now here you are making your UFC debut in the finals. Do you kind of feel like, hey, I should have been here a while ago?
Yeah, I do. But I think this is much cooler. I think I just started to recognize from like after joining Invicta, like by the Americans. And even though like I have a pretty like my record is like 10-3 right now, and the only three losses I had is from females that have been fighting for either UFC, Strikeforce, or Invicta belt. So it's pretty cool. But I just think that I came so far and I came to the finale just because I had those losses. And
And you're making a bit of history here too. First woman from Iran to step in the octagon. What does that mean to carry that torch?
that's cool. I always thought like I never thought I would be the first one, but then I was like, yeah, I think I will be, and I'm the first ever Swedish fighter to be in a finale. So
That's true. Making history all around. Let's talk about the show quickly. How was the overall experience? Because I know for some fighters, they love it. Some fighters are like, I can't wait to get out of this house. How was it for you?
I didn't feel like, oh, I need to get out now because I thought I'm gonna enjoy the process because I'm never gonna do this again. But like the only thing I missed was of course those things, your boyfriend, your dog, and stuff like that. But the last week was the hardest because nobody could sleep. I just couldn't sleep anymore. And I just wanted to get this fight over because we was like so tired. We've been in camp for so long. I basically been in camp since April because I fought Kaufman and then a few just shortly after I fought Invicta and then Denmark and then 2 fights in the house. So this is my 6th fight and a half year in 6
Which is
months.
crazy. Unless you're Donald Cerrone, you're not fighting like that usually.
I like to fight often. Like 4 times a year is nice, but that's screwed up.
You kind of talked about it there. Would you say the most challenging part of being on the show was the fact that you were away from Biggie and your boyfriend?
Yeah, just because you couldn't, the whole experience of training there was fine. No phone is fine, but you can't like talk to anybody privately because if you talk to anybody privately, a camera would be there. That's kind of the only thing. But like the whole experience was pretty nice. I mean, we got everything we needed. I was never like felt like, oh, I'm so bored, I don't know what to do because we trained all day.
And what was it like having Calvin Gastelum as a coach? I know you got to work. You're still working with him, or you were at least leading up to this fight. Because I saw actually, I got to mention this. I saw you in the van last week. I was interviewing Mo Green, and I saw you in the back.
Yeah. So me and Mo and Justin ended up finishing our camp together in Yuma. The last 10 days. And that was pretty much random. It was nothing we just planned to do or anything. Because I wanted to work, me and Elias went over to Yuma and we wanted to work with Coach Terrell that helped us in the Terphouse. And then the guys wanted to come too. And so we ended up living in this like Breaking Bad trailer park place. We could easily make Met there and nobody would ever know. So
Exactly. Yeah.
it was pretty awesome. The whole experience of like having our fight camp there like the last 2 weeks was like a rough area and not area wise but like where we lived it was pretty trashy but it was like the best ever. So I feel like I'm getting spoiled here at the Palms right now after Trish.
I was going to say, just with those relationships you made on the show, is there plans to do training down the line with some of your cast members? Is that sort of the idea?
our whole team, and my opponent and me, we're like really good friends. So I 100% believe we're gonna be all friends for life, and we're gonna do training camps together. And the girls are in the same weight. I mean, who knows what I'm gonna do after? If they want me to move down, if I can stay, it will be awesome in this weight class. I don't mind that, and I don't see why you can't be a part of a weight class just because you don't cut that much weight.
Let's talk about your opponent here. Obviously, Chiasson, she was on your team this season. So how much does that help heading into this matchup, being pretty familiar with her?
I mean, we both have are in a really good spot because we both know each other's weakness and our strengths. So I think it's pretty even. I mean, how many times do you get to train with a person and then fight her? Like that doesn't happen that often. That you fight like a teammate. I think it's pretty cool. I think we really showcased that we were the best two girls in the house, and our coaches saw that when they picked us. They're like, we didn't care. I don't think they cared like who else was of the girls were on the team as long as we got Pannie and Macy on the team. So we felt that we were in a position that if we just stayed, uh, worked hard and helped each other, because that's what we did, and we will get to the finale.
We already talked about training camp. I know recovery is a big part of training camp, making sure you're going in there 100%. And I know you linked up with Terphouse recently. How's that been, getting to use the CBD oil and everything?
Well, I've been sleeping.
Yeah, that's a big part.
No, it's been really good. Having them as a sponsor has been really bomb for me. So hopefully, well, I hope we can work more in the future together. But all the projects are really good.
Yeah. What's the biggest benefit you have other than the sleep? I know it's like anti-inflammatory. Is there a lot of you've seen a lot of benefits?
Yeah, because like I said, we've been in training camp for so long, and like I'm surprised that my body isn't like so fucked up yet. Like after going into this fight, so just making sure my body is healed up before this last fight, before I go on holiday, because I need a vacation after this.
I'd say so. 6 fights. That's pretty. That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty intense.
How do you see this fight playing out on Friday?
I see it as a war, to be honest, because it's so hard to say because we both like so good at what we do, and what I saw in the show that we both very stubborn. Like we go after it. Like we, even though that we helped each other really good in training, I felt that we both knew that we didn't want to lose anything either. Like we were always like neck to neck in training. So I think it's going to be a close fight. But I feel personally I've been through wars, and I never been like, let's say for example, when I met Kaufman, I never had a female punching me so hard in my life. I had a headache for like a week. So I feel that me going through that and having more of a octagon awareness, and been in the octagon for so long, and ring awareness of fighting. I've basically been like fighting since 14 years back, like competitive wise. So I think that will bring me the win. I just need to stay true to my style and don't let her dynamic style fuck me up. So.
I like that. Last question before I let you go. Your manager, I know, who doesn't really leave Newfoundland very often, has actually come to the fight to see you.
He's
What does
here.
that mean? Yeah, what does that mean to have him there? Because I know that's a big deal.
I met him for the first time yesterday. I never seen a picture of him ever. So that was pretty crazy. It was like I appreciate him so much for coming out here. He started working with me after I lost to Paul Louis at Invicta. We started working together. Basically, I asked him, "Why do you want to work with me? I'm on a losing streak. Nobody wants to work with me." And he's like, "No, I think we have a good thing going on here, and we're gonna build you up again."
That's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Jay General here.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. And after my loss to Kaufman, I actually felt that I got doors opening up, and that was the fight I felt like, okay, I lost, but I'm back. So.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait for this, Pannie. Again, congratulations on making it to the UFC and making it to the final. We're going to be watching on Friday. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you have any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours.
The Terphouse, Victory Beef, Bad Chicks MMA, especially because they made my Pannie t-shirts too. So get yours at badchicksmma.com. Combat dollies, iron jaw custom mount guards, and I have a bunch of others, but those I like the main ones. And thank you so much to my manager and J General and my team, Artis Suave. My amazing team here as well that came all the way from Sweden with me. I have my best friend Ty here, my boyfriend, my strength conditioning coach, nutritionist, head coach, stepmom. I have my stepmom here too. And I'm gonna rock this. I'm gonna go home as the first ever Swedish Ultimate Fighter winner.